Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. I hope you have your sweetheart with you to keep you warm for this evening. Big plans. In my life, I worked in restaurants for 20 years. And Valentine's Day is truly one of the most awful days in the restaurant business. For a couple of reasons. One of them being it's busy. You know, that's no fun. Just making adjustments. You know me. Gotta. Oh, there we go. Okay. Busy, but it's obnoxiously busy. And it's a lot of in New York City what we call the B&T crowd, the bridge and tunnel crowd. So inexperienced diners who might only go out once, twice a year and don't know what things are. What's a shallot? Can I have that on the side? Does my vitello tonato, do I have to have capers on that? Yes, vitello tonato has capers on it. Classically, it's classical pairing. Well, can you leave off the mushrooms out of the mushroom risotto? No, because then it'd be plain risotto and it's made with mushroom stock. Well, can you use something other than mushroom stock? No, sir. It's mushroom risotto. If we made mushroom risotto with no mushrooms and no mushroom stock, it would just be water and rice. Oh, that sounds great. I would love water and rice. So on and so forth. I feel like it's not necessarily as bad here in Denver, the bridge and tunnel crowd. However, I haven't worked in restaurants in a long time, and I'm thankful for that. But to that point, thank you very much for everybody who's working hard in the restaurant business, all the servers and cooks out there, restaurant managers, guys who deliver the food. It's a massive industry and one that I'm only now on the fringes of anymore, and I appreciate that. Okay. Signature dish, grilled carrots. Now you might wonder, well, Chef Mark, what makes a signature dish? And that's a good question. I would say what makes a signature dish, even more so than how well it sells, is it's something that the cooks love or very proud of. Signature dish is something that everybody in the kitchen is very, very proud of. And I have a few signature dishes. My dessert would be the chocolate truffle tart. My vegetable would be the grilled carrots. My New York strip steak with marsala mushrooms would be one of the entrees that I consider a signature dish. A signature dish, it can become a signature dish just because of its sheer volume numbers. But a lot of times what sells is not what the kitchen is proud of. If that makes any sense. So I'll give you an example of that. Let's say our best seller is seared ahi, tuna, sushi rice, sugar snap peas, I don't know, crispy noodle garnish. You know, people order that because it's a sure bet. But is that creative? Is that a wonderful dish? Something that you're super proud of? Not necessarily. I mean, of course, you want to make all your food as good as possible. But I would say that it's just something that it's pretty pedestrian that you have to have on your menu. You're required to have those crowd pleasers on the menu. So, all right. So the reason I wanted to focus on grilled carrot prep is because it's actually a lot more work than it looks like. You want long carrots over short carrots, over stubbies. So the longer carrot, the better. And what I do is I peel. Sorry about the bass. So what happens? Actually, my kitchen here shares a wall with the men's room next door, and that's so that they could get me water for washing dishes. I mainly use this for prep. I don't cook in here. I do prep, and I wash dishes after events. and I pack stuff up for cooking classes. That's it. So I don't. I have the ability to boil water. I don't have an oven. I don't have a range. My boiling of water is on a portable induction burner, and that is it. So that being said, I have a restroom next door, so you might hear toilets flushing. And it's amazing. Some days I come in here and it's dead quiet, and other times I come in here and the toilets are non-stop, which is like it is today. I just peeked outside to make sure housekeeping wasn't in there. Cleaning is what they'll do, is they'll scrub everything down and flush all the toilets seemingly at once. There's almost 500 employees in this company, and I believe there's about half of them are in this building at any time. So, yeah. Anyways, enough about that. Let's get back to food. So, what I like to do is peel all my carrots first. I'll show you just a couple of them, and then I'll show you production here. So, I cut off the ends, flip, cut off the ends. Okay, fantastic. I need my trash bowl. There we go. Trash bowl. Okay, so this is where grilled carrots is tricky. This is where the real work comes in. Good sharp knife, firm pinch grip. Then you want to find not only the flat side, see how that's curved, You want it to be, the profile of it needs to be straight. So it's the standard bridge grip, but now I got to steer. So down here I got to push this open. If I just push straight down, you see it won't line up. So I actually have to take the carrot and push it under my knife to get straight cuts. Then onto the flat sides, and then same thing. So here I'm actually having to push this so it's not straight, now it's straight. And this one I'm going to flip. I find it's easier to be consistent, so it's hard. I can't really pull this back towards me. It's easier to push, so I flip it around, and then with my thumb, I use my thumb, the doorstop method, and I push. I had a knife skills class last night, online knife skills class, and I talk about the doorstop method a lot. And the doorstop method is this. So this carrot's round, but if I take my thumb and I go underneath like that, see how it stays put? That's the doorstop method. It won't move on me. So again, using my thumb to straighten, doorstop method. Okay, so I usually get about 4 pieces out of 1 carrot. If it's really big, I might be able to get a second cut, maybe. And I would say this is an advanced knife skill, because it does require a lot of force into the knife. Okay, so the problem here with grilled carrots is these will shrink as I cook them. So that really is 1 portion. So that was 2 carrots. It was all that time to make what is essentially 1 portion. I have not found a machine way to do this. At one point I tried to do ribbon carrots as my signature. Now I don't do this in homes very often, in home cooking classes, because we are there to work on the appliances that the customer purchased. We do Appliance Factory Fine Lines does offer outdoor kitchens as a product they sell. However, I'm gonna wipe these down. You know, I don't traditionally wash my carrots like other vegetables because, you know, I peel them. But I do, but I will, a lot of times I wipe them down. But these I can feel, they got a little grit to them. So let me give them a wash. There we go. So I don't do this for in-home very frequently because we don't do a lot of outdoor kitchens. And we sell plenty of outdoor kitchens, but they don't typically qualify on their own, standalone, for a in-home cooking class. Right now, the threshold is $25,000. If you spend $25,000, you are eligible for a complimentary in-home cooking class and dinner party with myself, Chef Mark. And they're a lot of fun. People really enjoy them. I've had quite a few recently. I've been very busy. I had 2 last week. One group was extremely hands-on. The other group, not so much. They weren't as hands-on, but they did have a nice time. They enjoyed the food. So, okay, peel. Now, if I was doing this in a professional kitchen, I'd go through, peel them all. In fact, I'll just do it that way. And when I'm peeling, I'm just trying to get, I'd say, 80 to 90% of the peel off. I'm not trying to go crazy. I'm getting every little tiny piece of peel. So back to signature dishes. So when I worked in restaurants, I hadn't discovered the grilled carrot yet. I used to really be into grilled broccoli, and I still like grilled broccoli. But grilled broccoli, do it right. You've got to blanch it first before you grill it. And that's just one more step. In a big restaurant, no big deal. At home, sometimes it's a pain in the neck to blanch vegetables. Let's be realistic. You know, wait for water to boil and then shock, and it's one more step. So I kind of stumbled upon this on accident. I never had a grilled carrot in my life, and I somehow had the bright idea. Oh, I know what it was. Someone's just joining me. Appreciate you tuning in. We're doing prep for grilled carrots, and I'm just going to start by peeling them, and then ultimately we're going to cut them into this shape here. I'm showing people how to do that, taking questions as well. Food questions, as always. Anytime I'm on live, jump in there. Let me know if you have any food questions. This is an interesting carrot. Okay. So how did I discover grilled carrots? Grilled carrots, rather by accident. I grilled a bunch of the riot bullets, you know, those little petite carrots and mini carrots. Those are actually full-size carrots that have been milled into that shape. And they're pretty gross, actually. They put a brine on them to keep them from drying out. And I can taste that brine. I think that they don't have a very good flavor. And that brine also preserves them, so they're halfway to being pickled. They don't have a very fresh flavor. I think they use like a carrot-based flavoring to like increase the flavor. And I don't know. I'm not a big fan of those, but they're convenient, right? So, anyways, I threw a couple of those on the grill one day because I was desperate for some food around the house, and we liked the flavor, but we didn't like the texture. Okay, so cut up both ends. So one day, and I was trying different shapes because they kept falling through the grill. So I said, well, you know what? Asparagus is long and easy to put on the grill, doesn't fall through. So let's try the same thing with carrots. So I went through, I'll show you in just a moment how to cut these, and I did. And let me tell you, it was a lot of work. So again, we're going to do the bridge grip, find the flat side. So that's curved, so find the flat side. Cut. Flat side, cut, and finally cut. So I went ahead and cut them like this because I thought they might look nice. And what I discovered is they taste great this way too. Something about having the middle of the carrot exposed to the heat, something about that. I don't know. It's almost like it changes the flavor. And the carrot can't be too big or it will cook all the way. So this profile right here, what this does is it allows it to cook very evenly, and it does affect the flavor in a very positive way. The thing about this is it does really dig in right there onto your knife. I get that magic callus right there when you cook a lot, and it really does dig into that. So I discovered this after I left the restaurant industry, and realized that, if I worked in a restaurant, would I put this on? And I like to serve this with tzatziki sauce. I think it's delicious. But anyways, would I put this on the menu? Well, I don't know. I mean, considering I'm doing all of these carrots, and this is probably, right now I have, 3 orders maybe? 4 orders, 3 or 4 orders. And see, and you have to do it by hand. It's a hand job for sure. So it's not something that you can just, there's no machine that I've discovered that can do this. It's not like a French fry cutter where you just stick a potato in the thing, pull the lever down, and you end up with French fries. You really do need to steer your knife, each and every one of them. Sometimes I get these long guys, and I try to get 2 pieces out of that. Length doesn't really affect cooking time. It's really more the width, the girth there, that affects the cooking time. So what else are we having for tonight? Well, it's Valentine's Day. You know what that means. It means raviolis. When I worked at Silver Top, that was a tradition. We would always have raviolis for class on Valentine's Day. Oh, I'm so glad I'm not working there either. Ugh. Pain in the neck. We would do 5 classes in one day. We'd have 3 date nights in a row with a 2-hour class with 1 hour in between. I think we'd go from 4 to 6, from 7 to 9. No, we would start earlier than that. We would do from 1, let me think here. We'd have a class in the morning, baking class from 9 to 11. Yes, and then we'd have a date night from 1 to 3, and then from 4 to 6, and then from 7 to 9. And I would teach all 3 of them. All 3 of the date nights. 16 people per class, 8 couples, they'd be sold out. Inevitably, you get somebody who at the last minute would call, hey, I made a reservation 6 different places. Can I just go ahead and cancel? No. Well, can I get some money back? No. It's amazing how many people do that. Really. This is why restaurants oftentimes will require a reservation to book a table, because if the table's not full, or if the class isn't full, the seats aren't filled, then you just, you're basically giving money away. You're not, it's, it has nothing to do with being mean. It's like, you signed up. Had you reached out to me yesterday? I got a waiting list 30 long. A ton of people would love to be here. So, all right, I'm venting, I'm sorry. Okay. And then this is the big boy right here. You can see, my hand's getting tired. I don't know if you can see, but right here, that's really a pretty deep little gouge. Now these longer ones, I try to kind of come in at an angle there. That's not great. That's okay. Okay. Raviolis. Grilled carrots. And my grilled carrots. Raviolis. I'll make a salad of some sort. I will make a chocolate truffle tart. And these are with grilled. I'm doing a mixed grill. So I'll grill chicken, steak, pork chops, and finally I'll do these last 3 too, why not? And finally, chicken, steak, pork chops, and I have some sausage, some Gavasi sausage. We really like that. I'll grill these, and I'm just gonna kind of put everything out, kind of family style. We'll make some raviolis, and we'll just kind of eat and drink and be merry. We have, my partner and I, she has a bunch of our mutual friends. So let's see, 1, 2, 3 couples, plus my girlfriend's daughter's boyfriend. He's coming over. Girlfriend's daughter, she's working tonight, so he's bringing one of their mutual friends. That's his date, which is kind of cute. So, anyways, we'll have 10 to 12 people in the house, plus a child, plus a toddler, plus a couple dogs, plus a couple cats. My house is not that big. It's only 1,600 square feet, but we've got it set up for entertaining. The one thing I wish I had in my house was an island. I don't have an island. What I have is these little mobile, these look nice. These look like mobile little carts that I move around the kitchen. It's not great, but you know, the rest of the house we love, so I can do without having the kitchen in my dreams. All right, that is my carrot prep. So what do I do with these now? Virgin olive oil, salt and pepper, to them, and they are just delicious. They really are delicious. Served plain, squeeze a lemon, tzatziki sauce, all of those things are lovely. All right, that's the secrets to grilled carrot prep. You can see it's a lot of work. If you're interested in trying it yourself, throw it in the comments how they turned out. And I'll see you next time. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Bye-bye.